Alright, gang, welcome back to our competitive one-tile challenge here on Farmlands. It is bittersweet. We have 2 episodes remaining. We are selling all of our eggs right now. That's a lot of eggs. We might have a few more that spawn here, but we're selling all of the eggs today. I'm likely going to, even though it may not be, you know, the most financially smart thing to do, I'm probably going to be selling all the chickens today as well. A couple reasons for that. One, we're going to have so much to do next month that it's just going to take an eternity. And while we certainly will probably get 1 pallet, maybe a pallet or 2 out of, you know, keeping the chickens for another month, it's not going to be something so massive that it's going to make or break us winning this series. And I've talked about, we've got a lot of pallets to sell here in the last 2 months. We've got some chance here to make up some ground, but I do think we might be just a little bit too far behind anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. So, we're going to sell the eggs, though. We're going up to the train. We haven't gone to the train for a while to sell the eggs, so we'll see how this goes. We've got 37,000 liters of eggs. That is a lot of eggs, gang. This should be a good payday. Not anything crazy. It's probably going to be about, give or take, $75,000. Maybe a little bit more than that, but right around that mark is where we should be at. Maybe 80, probably 80 actually. The price is pretty decent. It is dropping though, so we want to get this up here and get these sold immediately. We also want to get these sold for another reason. We're having the too many pallets have spawned issue again, and I think that it has a lot to do with me, specifically with these eggs, but, you know, once we sell these, everything should be back to normal, hopefully. And like I said, we might actually have a few more eggs pallets that are going to spawn here, because it might just be not spawning all of the ones that it's supposed to because of this issue here. Or we might have them all spawned. I don't know. We'll figure that out, though, when we get back. So I've already got the workers started on doing the mowing. Now, speaking of the mowing, we've all kind of made a decision here together, collectively, that when December hits, very beginning of December, we're going to turn off all of our productions, every single one, to make it fair. We're going to turn them all off. You can absolutely sell anything that's in there, right? Put them on auto selling if it's not going to spawn a full pallet or whatever, right? Or however you want to do it. You can sell everything that's in there, but we're not going to continue to process things. So we've got grass to mow. We need to get all of this mowed up as much as possible, all of it in there, all of it working properly and into the BGA. So hopefully you can chew through all of that by December, so we don't lose any of that. Now, we are going to have grass that's ready to mow come December. Wasn't really kind of thinking that through, but yeah, we are going to have grass to mow. So what are we going to do with all that grass? I don't know. The answer is I don't know. We're going to have to figure something out here. There's 30-something thousand, so yeah, I'm going to be pretty close to what I said is going to be correct. Okay, and we're stuck. Wonderful. There we go. So yeah, that was actually a little bit less than what I said, I think. That was more like 65, 70,000, so. But still, you know what? That's pretty decent, right? It's pretty decent. So, what we're likely going to do here, some of the chickens still have plenty of food, as you can see. The other group of chickens have no food at all, so we're going to sell all of these chickens. I'm not going to spend more money putting food in there when we know it's not going to be correct. The problem with these chickens is we've got too much food in there. They're not going to be able to do anything else with that. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I don't think we spent that much to get the food in there, so it's okay. So we'll do that today. We'll leave those chickens just because there's still food in there. We'll let them. We'll just whatever they get done, I guess. So a bit of a change from what I just said. Goats are still doing fine. Pigs need a little bit of food, or we get rid of the pigs today too. I think I'm going to. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with the pigs. I probably am going to sell the pigs today too. Reason why I'm saying that is because, you know, what we just talked about yesterday, right? If we're going to turn the BGAs off as soon as we start the episode in December, anything that we get from the pigs, it's not really going to be useful for us. We can go sell it directly. Sure, we can go sell the manure and all that stuff directly, sure, and slurry. But it's not going to make us a ton of money, right? And we want to put that in the BGA realistically. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see, I guess, how that goes, but anyway, so that's all done. Now, the only other thing realistically, pallet-wise today that we would want to potentially sell, I think, is canola oil. I think. We'll double-check. Well, we've got some other stuff that, you know, some lingering stuff that was best to sell, you know, in previous months that we probably should sell now, too. But it actually still can go higher. Goods export has it for 2,000, so I guess I could have threw that on here, although this was pretty stacked up pretty high already as it was. But, I think I'll hold off on the canola oil. I think we'll wait. We can do that probably next month. and hope for the best. Hopefully it's still a high price and that we can sell it for even more than 2,000 at goods export. That would be wonderful if it is. We probably are not going to get through all of the canola in there, but the nice thing is we should be able to unload the canola, whatever it is, you know, whenever we stop it, whatever's remaining. It's probably going to be about 2,000-ish, maybe 1,500 liters. All right, Krusty's just bringing trees over here. It's chasing me down with the tree. Oh, who knows what he did to my whole farm while I was gone. Who knows what he did. It didn't look like he did a whole lot there, but who knows what he did. All right, let's get rid of these chickens right here while we're at it before I forget. Right, we'll keep the other ones that still have food, which are the ones over there. But let's get rid of these, because I will forget about it if I don't do it now. All right, so we'll sell the rooster. Obviously, it's not worth a whole lot, but that's okay. Yeah, see, we're not making tons of money, but compared to what we paid for these, it's pretty decent. All right, so the chickens are gone there, so we can sell that. And this is what's going to start happening now, is we're going to come through here and start selling stuff. Why can't I sell that? Uh-oh. All right, well, maybe I can't sell that. All right, I'll have to look into that. I don't know why it's not letting me sell that. Anyway. So I guess what I'm trying to get at here with the grass, right? We got the worker doing some mowing there. This field, obviously, it's not ready to mow. It's not going to be ready to mow until December. What are we going to do with it? I mean, really, I guess we could just sell it outright. You know, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do, because we're going to have 2 fields here that are going to be realistically ready to mow next month. There's not really going to be a whole lot we can do with them. Off camera, I decided to add a few more cricket greenhouses. Now, these are not going to our mill. They're just being sold directly. We're just selling them directly out of there. I added one down there at the very far end as well. So we ended up adding 5 more cricket houses. Maybe a little weird that I'm adding them so late, but, you know, really you need 2 months and they pay for themselves. So it's going to be a small increase that we're going to get out of that, but it's something, right? So we're going to take it. Now, these are some of the other things I said that we probably are going to need to sell here. There are still too many pallets. Even after selling all of that, there are still too many pallets. Well, we did spawn a lot of clothes, to be fair. Okay, well, let's move some more pallets out of the way then. We definitely want to move these, because these are going to be good money for us next month. So Krusty, poor Krusty over there, he's got so many trees to take care of. He says it, and I believe it. I don't know of any way how he's going to be able to get all of that wood taken care of in 1 month. I just don't think it's possible. So, hindsight, that was a great idea that he did, but initially he put down the incorrect tree type, and they're taking an absolute. I don't even think they're still ready. But he didn't. He went back and put in some other trees, and they're pretty much ready now at this point. But yeah, I don't think he's going to get through all of it at this point. It's a little sad for him, but you know, good for us maybe, I guess. But he's already got so much money that I don't think it really makes a difference. He's loaded with money. He's definitely in the lead. The insect flower is really what's going to make or break us, and then selling all this stuff we have. We have a lot more buildings and a lot more productions than everyone else, right? So we're going to get some money back from some of this stuff. We're not going to get money back, a lot of money back, but we're going to get some money back from all of this. So when it does come time to sell all this, you know, in December, you never know what might happen here, right? You never know what might happen. We could make a quick comeback here, and when you least expect it, right? All right, so I think that's enough for there. So the canola oil, what are we going to do here? Well, I'll tell you what. Let's throw this what we do have of the cheese up here. Let's throw it up here. We might have to move some of the clothes over there too. We're going to wait on the clothes. They're going to be realistically best to sell next month. Well, as best as we're going to get at least next month. So let's see. Well, first of all, we want aged goat cheese, which is... It's going to go up higher again in December, though, so maybe we shouldn't sell it right now. I don't think we should. I don't think we should. I think we should hold off on that. We've got a lot of clothes, man. What I can tell you is one of them, this one, is completely out of everything. So, let's put it on selling. There's only 4 liters. It's not really going to do much, but let's put that on selling. Everything else seems to be working properly here. Almost out of seeds, and so we've got plenty of solid fertilizer in there. There's nothing really we can do about that, but that's all right. Fertilizer plant has enough digestate. Let's move that back off. Again, I turned it back on because they did actually get through it a little faster than I thought. So we'll do that. Slurry is going. Silage is going, which is good. I'm not going to worry about selling anything from the BGA until next month. Let's just get it all in one lump sum and sell it then. We do need to go get... some silage additive. We have some grass in here that needs to be turned into silage, and yeah, we need to go buy some more of that. So is it going to let us do that, or is it going to say the same thing here? Okay, it did. All right, good. Yeah, so it sounds like a lot of this stuff, we're probably not going to do anything with it here for a little while, and that's fine, right? That's fine. Let me put some of these in the storage. I just want to put some of these in storage so the guys don't have any issues selling stuff. I don't want to be the culprit of it. A lot of the times it is me, so I don't want that to continue. The pickly pear marmalade, I should look at that. I didn't really look at that. That is something we probably should be selling now because I think it drops drastically after, what was it, September, October, whatever it was. Yeah, so these next 2 months, man, it's going to be a lot of pallet selling. A lot of pallet selling. Alright, so, let's see. Pickly pear, let's look at that. We didn't look at that yet. Yeah, we should sell it right now. The price is dropping, we should sell it right now. Okay, where should we go sell this at? Village shop. Village shop. Which is, okay, the very far end. Alright, I know where that is. And there just gives you a bird's eye view here of what the guys have got. See, you can see they're significantly farther ahead of us right now, but don't count me out yet. Don't count me out just yet. I know I've been saying I'm worried about it, and I am worried about it, because they really went above and beyond there, but don't count me out just yet, King. Don't count me out just yet. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get rid of that right now. That was I mean, a little bit of a waste of money, but you know, it was fun. It was fun to put that up there and just make them a little fired up for a minute, right? So we'll sell that. A little bit of money back, nothing crazy. Okay, so we'll go sell these, and we can go pick up the silage additive, and then we need to move some goat milk around. Yeah, and then we need to move the manure and the slurry. We need to get all that moved back into the BGA, get that going again. Let the worker keep doing the mowing. We'll have to kind of pick up all that grass. I'm not even going to worry about rolling those grass fields anymore. We can probably sell the roller today too. No reason to keep it, you know, when we know for a fact the grass isn't going to be ready next month on the ones we're mowing right now, right? So yep, quick little bit of money there, nothing crazy, but every little bit counts, right? Every little bit counts. Probably get rid of the pickly pear stuff today too. I don't think there's really a reason to keep it any longer. It's going to drop drastically, so you know what? Let's just go ahead and let's just turn these on to selling, and we'll let them do their thing, and then I'm going to turn this on to selling as well. There's a bunch of pickly pears in there, so it probably isn't going to chew through all of that, but you know what? We'll let it be. Never mind. We'll let it be to the next month. I haven't done this a whole lot, so I'm thinking like we'll be good to go, but then there's so much just sitting in there, it feels like it's a waste to not let it go overnight and see what it can actually be processed, right? So we'll let it be. We'll put it on, we'll just put it on auto selling, that way we don't have to worry about it, and no more pallets will spawn, and hopefully we'll help the guys with whatever they want to sell today, right? Or tomorrow, whatever. I'm not sure how I'm going to do some of these generators, like the windmill we got here, right? I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. Maybe that's just the first thing we sell when we start the episode. Maybe that's what we do with the guys. We tell them that's the first thing we sell. I don't know. I'll figure that out as we move along. Workers almost done with that grass field. Then I'm going to have them start over here on this one. I think the more I think about it, I think I am going to sell the pigs today. I'm not quite sure it's worth keeping them, really. It is, but again, you know, it's not really going to be able to, they're not really, whatever we get off of them, it's not going to be able to chew through all of it in the BGA, so is it really worth keeping them at this point? I don't know. Maybe it is one more month to make a little bit more money off them, to get them a little bit older, I guess. Maybe. But to spend the money, and you don't know for sure exactly how much it's going to cost, or how much you're going to need, I should say. Probably somewhere around the 18 to 20,000 liters of food range, right? But I don't know. I guess you could say that about all the animals. I guess we could say that about the goats too, right? I'm gonna leave the goats for a little while, though. We'll let them do their thing for the rest of the month here. The production for the aged goat cheese is relatively quick, so... Alright, so there we go. We can get this processing again. Which I think it already is. Yes, it is. Good. Okay, good. Okay, so I think, for today, I think we don't have anything else specifically we need to sell. I think everything else we want to kind of hold on to. So, let's do the other stuff we talked about, which is taking care of the manure and the slurry, etc. out of... the pigs. I already moved a little bit of the slurry, but there is more, so we'll get some more of that as well. But let's get the manure first. We'll get that going, because the slurry is already working, so we'll get that going and then kind of go from there. You know what? Let's get the worker at least going on mowing that field over there. I don't know why they leave these little bits here. It's a little weird, right? We might need more silage additive now that I think about it. I feel like we're going to need more silage additive. I'd be very surprised if we don't need more silage additive. This grass is really long, so this should be nice. They still have all their animals, which is what concerns me the most, right? And they've got a lot more animals than I did, so that's my biggest concern, is the animals. How much money they're going to make off those. It's going to be a lot, right? All right, so we got to make a couple trips here, and then we're going to work on some grass. So let's get into it. The case of the moron workers continue. We wasted a lot of money on them just sitting there doing nothing. So that sucks, but it is what it is. We got it fixed now, so hopefully there won't be any more issues over there for the worker. Oh well. Now, I will tell you off camera, more than likely, I am going to go around and get all this weeded grass that's between the two fields and kind of around the edges and stuff, like we've done in the past. We are going to do that. I'm going to get as much grass as I possibly can get up today, so that way we can get as much as we can into that BGA. I really, really want to get that in there, so we can at least attempt to try to catch up to these guys, right? I will also say that I think I'm going to sell the pigs today. Maybe not the right choice, I don't know, but I think I'm going to do it. I just don't think there's a reason to keep them. I mean, if I spend the money on them, you know, I don't know how much food to buy them. 10,000, 15,000. Are we going to get enough, you know, are we going to get enough manure and slurry out of it to justify it? Are we going to get enough age out of them to justify it? I would say no, right? I would say no. So, having said all that, let's go and sell them right now. Let's see, is there anything, did they spawn any other? They did not. There's no other slurry or manure, so yeah, we can just go ahead and sell them outright then. It's somewhere around in here, isn't it? I think it is. I should probably close this. That's going to cause them issues. Alright. So we've got quite a bit of eggs, or quite a bit of pigs here. So this should be, it should be an okay bait day. Not as many as the guys do, of course, but you know, it's still going to be a good payday. It should get us pretty close to 1 million, if not over it. I think we're going to get over it. We're definitely getting over it. The thing is, they're still going to have animals, so, you know, this is going to get us a lot closer to them, but as soon as they sell their animals, they're going to leapfrog again in front of us, so. Okay, the pigs are done, so we can go ahead and sell the pen as well. Okay, sold. And we sell this, and then that, and all of that. Okay, perfect. So that gets us a little bit closer, but yeah, we're still a ways out, to be honest with you. Now I also moved a bunch of stuff up to the sell point. The reason why I did that is because, well, quite frankly, I don't think we need any of that stuff anymore. The only thing I want to check on is the wood greenhouse. Yeah, there's enough water in there, so we're good on that. Shouldn't really have to worry about anything there, and yeah, that'll be good. So everything else should be good. The prickly pear cactus, like I said, we're just going to let them kind of do their thing and just put them on auto selling, which we've done. So we'll get rid of those next month. And then all of the cricket farms should be good. This one's a little low on water, but otherwise it's fine. Shouldn't need more than that for 1 month, though. So we should be good there. Should be enough silage additive in there, I hope. There's plenty of digestate for that solid fertilizer. We're probably not going to get through all of that, unfortunately. But it is what it is. I need to turn this back off of distributing, put it back on storing, because we've got a lot of digestate in there, as you can see. Okay, the silage is done for right now, but it's not really. It's just waiting for more to be sent over there. So I'm just going to turn it off for right now. We'll a little bit more kind of store up in here, and then I'll turn it back on later in this episode. The pears, we talked about it. We're just going to let them do their thing. There's not a ton of prickly pears in there, but I think that's going to be enough. It's a pretty slow-moving production, so gets us a little bit closer to them. A little bit closer, but we're still pretty far away. Now, I don't know if there's any other... I don't think there is. I was going to say, I don't know if there's any other pieces of equipment we can go up there and get ready to sell. I don't think there is. I think at this point, everything else we kind of need for right now. We need the trailer for the solid fertilizer. We don't need... Okay, we don't need the slurry tanker. We can get rid of that. That'll be good. That's worth a little bit of money. So that'll be good. I'm going to go through and get these little tiny bits here, too, when I come back through and mow. Like I said, it's probably going to be off camera. If I can get away with it, I don't know for sure if we're going to have the time or not, but, you know, when we start December, I mean, we're going to have so much to sell that I probably am not going to have the time to do it. But if I can get, like, another field mode, one of these fields that's ready, and throw some grass into the silage stick and get it moved over to the BGA and make a little bit of money off of it, we'll do it. I just don't think we're really going to have a whole lot of time. And we know not a whole lot is really going to go in there, right? I mean, it takes it a while to get through. So maybe a couple 100 liters here and there. Is it really going to make a huge difference? Probably not. But if we have the time to do it, I will do it. Now, what I can tell you is when December does start, we're selling everything except for what we started with, the rules that we started with, which was the shed, the MB tractor, and the trailer. We're going to sell the mower because the mower was allowed to be sold. The guys have sold it a long time ago. We stuck through and used it the entire series, although we probably could have, you know, been a little bit faster if we upgraded it. But we stuck through with it and didn't spend any money on another mower. So we'll be selling that as well. But just wanted to be clear that that's kind of what we're doing. And the guys pushed my stuff out of the way. I did that on purpose, hoping it would get in one of their ways, and it did. So we'll take it. All right, so we repair that, repaint it. Okay, we're at 1.2 million now. Inching closer. All kinds of stuff in the used market now. It would have been nice to have this at some point. I don't think we would ever really would have used it because we were plowing up every single time, but I do love those big, massive sprayers. They're pretty cool. Okay, so that's done. I don't think there's anything else today that we want to sell. I don't think there's anything else today that we want to get rid of. So I think it's back to mowing at this point. Oh, actually, we can get rid of one of these knitwears. I think it's this one right next to us, I think. This one right here. Yeah, that's Z's knitwear. That should be the right one. Let me just make sure. Yeah, Z's knitwear has nothing, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. We might as well. There's no reason to keep it. Okay. Good. This one still has a little bit left in there that it's chewing through. Yep, a little bit. Nothing crazy, but it is still going through that one. I probably should move these out of the way just to help the guys a little bit, huh? With the whole pallet issue, it's probably going to help if I move these. Let's move them. Okay, perfect. Ooh, is it full? Or did I just not move it far enough over? It's full. Okay. So that's a little promising that it's full, right? It's a little promising that, you know, we've got quite a bit in there. All right, so the worker's still got a ways to go, but let's take over for the worker here. Get more of this mowed up, and like I said, we're going to go through and get all of this mowed up as much as we can. We've got plenty of time. Looks like the guys are going to need at least another 20, 30 minutes, something like that. I'm going to do a quick save. Somebody said they were seeing some glitching type of things, so just want to make sure nothing happens here. Which I think is fully fair. I absolutely don't want anything to happen to anybody's farms here this close to the end, right? I think in hindsight, you know, if we do another one of these, which I'm pretty sure all three of us have kind of agreed that we will at some point do another one of these, we'll probably put a limit, more for me than anyone, but we'll probably put a limit on the number of productions maybe we can have. I know that seems a little weird to restrict something like that, but you know, I mean, you can just see the issues that we've been having with, you know, too many pallets and things like that, right? So, you know, we'll just make that one of the rules, right? You can only have X number of productions or something like that. So that way, the pallets are a little bit more reasonable, a little bit more manageable. All right, well, you know what we've got to do here, gang. It's going to be a lot of work, a lot of spinning around in circles here, trying to make sure we get all the grass. I'm going to get as much grass as I possibly can. We're probably not going to get all of this done in one time lapse here, but we'll get a lot of it done, as much as we can get done. And, yeah, we're going to go from there. We probably are going to need more silage additive, I can tell you that much. We're probably going to need more. So we'll look into that as well. All right, well, I told you we were going to get every single inch that we possibly could of grass mowed, and we've done that. We've got to get all of this still baled up. Baled up. I'm so used to baling. We got to get all of this windrowed up and then picked up with the forage wagon, which is going to take a long, long time. You've seen me do this thousands and thousands and thousands of times. And the guy, well, Krusty finished. Looks like Rusty's still got a few more minutes to go, but, you know, I'm not going to drag it on when you've seen me do this tons and tons of times. I don't know how much grass we're going to get out of this. It's going to be a pretty decent amount, though, because we've got all of this on the outside. We've got all of that up there still to do. It's going to be a lot of grass, man. It really is. So we'll see what we end up with, but we might need to buy some more silage additive. As a matter of fact, I'm almost guaranteeing we're going to need to buy some more silage additive, so I will look to do that as well. So we'll spend a little bit of our money, but, you know, silage additive is outrageously expensive in comparison to the kind of money we have right now, so we'll see. Hopefully I don't miss anything here. It's going to be probably hard to see some of this stuff in the cotton harvest stalks, or whatever you want to call them, right? It's going to be probably a little difficult to see some of these, but let's see what we can get done, and yeah, I'll keep it going, right? So we'll leave it here. Thanks so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, I would greatly appreciate it if you smash the like, subscribe button in the case you've yet to do so. Thanks to my members for all their continued support. It really does mean the world. There is a link down below if you want early access to videos like this one. Bit of a shameless plug for myself here, but I've been working on a shop. I can tell you that I have purchased the first shirt from my shop. It's not live yet. I will let you know when it does go live if you're interested in it. Certainly not expecting it, but if you want to look at it and maybe there's something out there you like, by all means, it will help support me and the channel as well. I'm buying one first. I'm going to see the quality and how it is. I'm not going to put something up there that isn't good quality. So the first step has been made. We will see where we go with that, depending on, you know, the quality of it, right? If the quality's bad, then we're going to be back to square one again. But if it's decent quality, then you can expect to see a link and me announcing that here within the month. Yeah, so we'll kind of go from there, I guess. Yeah, I'll leave it there. Thanks so much for watching, gang. Thanks so much for your support as always. Next episode, it is next month, but next episode is the last episode of this series. It's going to be a fun one to see which one of us actually wins this. It's going to be a little bit closer than you might think at the start. You saw that. We've got a lot of money now. We are still behind. They've got animals they haven't sold yet. They're going to make them a lot of money that we really don't have. Well, we've got goats. And a little bit of chickens, sure, but they're not going to make us as much money as the cows and everything go, right? So we will see. There's a lot to do. We've got a lot of things to sell, and it really is anybody's game at this point. So we'll see who wins. Hope you'll be back here for the final one. Thanks for all your support, as always. Thanks for all the support of the series, the entire series, I should say. We all three greatly appreciate it. It has been very successful, so we do appreciate each and every one of you for watching. Each and all of us, as we've gone through this. So, thanks again. Thanks for watching, as always. See you next time.